Hi. Okay, my thingy keeps cutting off. Not enough space or something. But anyway, so with the opioid epidemic that we have right now, when I was at that other opioid epidemic, I didn't hear a lot of as much as the overdosing as we're hearing today. I don't know if that's because I was younger. I didn't hear much, or I don't know. Okay, and the thing that I also think, the reason they traveled in those packs. Travel together, you see them walking everywhere. Whereas today with this opioid epidemic, they'll jump in a car, they'll have their baby in the back seat, and then they're on the side of the road or wherever, overdosed, okay? And I imagine, so now I sort of imagine, I said, maybe they were walking, like they knew their drugs. They knew that if they got high off of that stuff, they couldn't just be sitting around, okay? So they were, it was a form of survival. They were gonna get high, but they had to keep walking. They had to walk that stuff off in order to not overdose. I don't know. But what I see today is that what I feel is needed, okay? Yes, they have the addiction centers, whatever they're called, right? But I believe that they need centers like these, adult addiction centers where they can just come in and maybe get involved in some type of activity, as small as it is, or to be able to just talk to someone just for a few minutes. That this is where my book would come in handy, because I do believe that people, with the suffering from the opioid epidemic would also benefit from my book, The Hypothesis of Getting Over the Love Hump. And what I see also, what I imagine in my mind is that, let's say these centers where they have the people, I don't know what the counselors or whatever, what they need to do, what I think would be awesome, is for them to get out, in army form, group of them go out to where the people are that are suffering from this opioid addiction. Right? And they would go out to them and where they are, okay? I saw some special something, it was in Philadelphia, and the woman was reporting, but behind her you could see, I guess, some of them are homeless and they have their things set up on the street, and they did talk to a few of them, and because, so I believe that if they got out there and went to them, that would be more helpful than just having a center and all y'all psychologists and whoever addiction waiting for them to come in, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, I don't think they're gonna go in there just on their own. But if you go out to where they are and just talk to them and let them know where you are, that if they want to talk, or they might just need someone to just, hold their hand for a minute, or a center where they can go and get, a nice bath, because I imagine that, I imagine that, okay, our body, our skin is the largest organ that we have, and it's an elimination organ, but it's also an absorbing organ as well. But if they can get good baths, soak in some Himalayan salt and stuff like that, get some spa treatment, that would help, because I imagine if they're taking those drugs and then their body is eliminated, that's on their skin, and it's I imagine that's not helpful. But anyway, Okay, but, okay, besides all of that, getting the salt baths, but I believe that if counselors went to the streets, go to where they are, okay, and help them there, start there, okay, start where they are, okay, don't exactly expect them to start where you are, okay, start where they are. If they're out there on the street, okay, you start there. Start where they are. Go to them. Get your group of counselors and go to where they are, and just talk to them and say, hey, how are you? Maybe from there they can, they might tell you something about their story, or tell you about what they hope to do, or how they, and all of those things, different things may spark or stimulate something in them to try, motivate them to do something different. I'm just saying, okay? That's what I believe has to happen. Sure, it's nice to have the centers where they can come, but I don't believe that they're gonna just come up in there, okay? I don't see it. I mean, it's possible, anything is, but I believe that if you hear me, whatever, you get your people together, you get these counselors, and you go where they are, okay? You go where they are. And even, let's say, if they're not on the street, let's say they live in places where, they're more in the house with their stuff. But let's say you get a police report. Let's say there's a police report because this person almost overdosed, or hospital reports or something like that. It would be nice if they had some type of organized thing, a group or someone that could go to them, go to their house and talk to them, wherever they are, okay? Don't expect them to come where you are, in your office, at this center over here, okay? I believe this opioid epidemic is, if you want to get over it, it's going to take more, okay? You're going to have to go where they are, okay, to get the process of getting out of this opioid epidemic. That's just my thought on it. So let me know what your thought on it is. Okay, and because the thing is, we don't know where this opioid epidemic is going to lead. The last one we saw, after the heroin, there was the crack, and then, but also there was the AIDS epidemic. Okay, that came in part as, the opioid epidemic back then contributed to the AIDS epidemic, because the people were using, the needles and this and that, whatever. So anyway, you take care, and let me know what you think about this opioid epidemic. And, we just want to keep in mind that everyone deserves respect. And, the best way, we want to think about the best way to help these people that need help. And, they need more than just a place to go, to take the drugs with clean needles and all of that. I want to see some organization, I don't know who it is, to go out, get your posse together, get a couple of people, 5 counselors or whatever, make sure it's organized, and I want to see you go out to the people. That's what you need to do. Go out to the people. Go where they are. Okay, because that's where they're going to start. That's where their start would be, where they are. Okay, so, and then wait, and then also maybe have a center where they can go and, see, I don't know, see a movie, look at some art, maybe play my piano therapy. Okay, you don't have to, because see, with my play the piano therapy, you don't have to know how to play the piano. okay? But the stimulation, and if you read the book, you'll know. And maybe one day I'll have to do a video where I sort of demonstrate some of the the concept and how this goes. I may have to do that. So, okay. I guess I've said enough. And like I said, this video, I did this video. The other one was, so I might have a part 1 and a part 2. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know if I can put them together some kind of way. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try it.